All right, let's get right into it. What if I told you there's a hidden secret, this ancient technique that could tackle one of the most common problems we all face in our modern lives? And what if that simple fix was, well, literally right at your fingertips? If you spend your day at a desk staring at a screen, this probably sounds way too familiar, right? That nagging ache deep in your neck, the tightness across your back, and that feeling where your eyes are just fried. It's kind of the price we pay for modern work. We sit for hours, we lean forward, we type, we focus. And while we're doing all that, we're slowly racking up this physical debt. It's a chronic discomfort that doesn't just hurt, it literally drains our energy, our vitality. It's a problem for millions and millions of us. But what if the solution wasn't another expensive ergonomic chair or some fancy new standing desk? What if it was something way simpler? Something that comes from thousands of years of traditional wisdom. Okay, so let me introduce you to the Houxi point. In traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM, this is a seriously important acupressure point. The name itself, Houxi, translates to backstream, and it's found on what's called the small intestine meridian. Now check out this claim from our source material. This really grabbed my attention. It's not just called a helpful point, it's literally described as the magical point that governs all neck, shoulder, and back diseases. I mean, wow. That is a huge claim, right? So let's dig into why it's considered so incredibly powerful. So how in the world can one tiny spot on the side of your hand have such a massive impact on your entire spine and maybe even your eyes? Well, the theory behind it is actually pretty fascinating. So here's the core idea from TCM. The Houxi point is special because it acts like a master switch. It's on one energy channel, the small intestine meridian, which directly connects to another, much bigger one called the du meridian. Now, you can think of the du meridian as the main energy superhighway running all the way up your spine. It's said to govern your body's yang qi, your vital, active, get up and go energy. So when you stimulate the Houxi point, you're basically flipping a switch that clears up the traffic jams on this main highway, letting all that good energy flow freely again. And this right here really shows the different way of thinking. We think, my eyes hurt from staring at the screen, or my brain is just so tired from all this work. But according to this TCM theory, the real bad guy is our posture. All that slouching and hunching over physically pinches off that du meridian, blocking our vital energy. So it's not just mental fatigue, it's a full-blown energy blockage caused entirely by how we sit. Okay, so we've covered the why. Now let's get to the really good part, the how. And trust me, this is a super practical 3-minute guide you can start using like right now at your desk. First things first, we've got to find it. Go ahead and do this with me. Just make a loose fist. You see that big crease that forms right below your pinky finger, kind of where your palm meets the side of your hand? The Houxi point is right there, at the very end of that line. Easy to find. Now for the simple part. You don't need any special gadgets for this. Just take that part of both of your hands, that Houxi point area, and place it right on the edge of your desk or a table. And finally, just relax your hands and use your wrists to gently roll them back and forth along that edge. The source says you should feel a little bit of soreness, but it's a good sore. You know that feeling, like you're working out a tiny knot? That's exactly how you know you're hitting the right spot. So how long do you need to do this? The recommendation is just 3 to 5 minutes for each session. That's it. I mean, it probably takes you longer to brew a cup of coffee. And to get the best results, the advice is to do this little routine for those 3 to 5 minutes about once every hour that you're working. Think of it as a small, frequent investment to break that whole cycle of being stiff and stagnant. So, what's the payoff for this tiny little effort? Well, according to the source, if you're consistent, you're looking at relief from neck, shoulder, and back pain. It can even help with that awful eye strain. But it's more than that. By stimulating your yang qi, it can help you sit up straighter naturally and just boost your overall energy levels. All right, but here's the thing with any practice like this. Doing it once is easy. The real key is turning it from a cool trick into a real, sustainable, lifelong habit. So, how do we make it stick? I absolutely love this personal tip from the author of our source material. They don't just do it at their desk. Stuck in traffic, they use the steering wheel. Think about that for a second. Instead of letting that traffic stress build up, they're using that downtime to actively boost their own energy. It just shows how easy it is to fit this in anywhere. And here's a super practical tip. Look, we all get sucked into our work and lose track of time. So just set an hourly alarm on your phone
or a recurring reminder on your calendar. A quick little buzz is all it takes to remind you to take 3 minutes for yourself.
So who really stands to benefit from this? Well, it's pretty much a no-brainer for office workers who are trying to undo all the damage from sitting all day. It's fantastic for students to help stop hunchback before it starts and protect their eyes during those long study nights. Honestly, it's for anyone whose life involves a desk and a screen. And really, that's what this boils down to. It's not some huge time commitment or a massive lifestyle overhaul. It is a simple 3-minute investment you make in your own health and well-being every hour, every day. So I'll just leave you with this thought. We're always looking for the next gadget, the newest technology to solve our aches and pains. But what if one of the most powerful and effective tools for fighting the side effects of our modern world has been right here this whole time, literally in the palm of our hands?